Hello and welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I just wanted to reflect on a trip that we took to KZN. And obviously, like when you're going on the national roads or freeways, you see a lot of what is this? Right, a lot of nature, right? And in that moment, I was reminded of how nature really just flows the way that it's meant to flow. And what I mean by that is like everything just goes it just goes the way that it's supposed to be. It's like plants have the blueprint, they do what they are made to do, and that's how they flourish throughout their whole entire lifespan. And reflecting that back to real life, or my life rather, is that if I let go of control, then maybe things will flow more, because when I'm in this constant state of control, then it's like a tug of war of what should be and what I want to be. So we are calling this video Journal Entry 1, Letting Life Flow, you know, going with the flow of life, basically. And a lot a lot of questions were just going through my mind, like, why can I not just flow with however life is meant to pan out, instead of always having this rigid plan on how I want my life to unfold, when really I could just connect back to source and find a way that's quite suitable for me to move forward. And in doing that, it means that I'm trusting the process. Wait, is that what we should call this video? Trusting the process? I think we should call it that. Trusting the process. The beginning of trusting the process. That is what journal entry number 1 is called. Trusting the process. No, wait. Beginning to trust the process. And what I can say is that when I made this decision to begin trusting the process, it was really scary because I am consciously walking into the unknown. Like, I don't know what's gonna go on. I don't know what's happening. I don't know how what is gonna happen. But here I am showing up, and I'm like, if God is gonna make me a soldier, then I might as well show up for I might as well sh- I might as well show up for the position. And I'm someone well, let's just say I'm someone who prays. So that helps. That helps me kind of reflect on things. With journaling and praying, I'm able to have things be in perspective, and I'm able to reflect. I'm able to reflect on stuff. Yeah, and that's what I use those two tools for. But I guess a couple things that I could say about trusting the process is to let go and let God, let everything flow the way that it's meant to be, however it's meant to be, because I don't know how it's meant to be. Like, this position that I'm putting myself in is a position of not knowing a lot of the bigger picture. It's like I will know when I get there. And I was reading Joel Esperanza's book. I don't know how many times I'm going to reference this book, but Becoming Supernatural. He talks about letting go of using your mind to think about what's going to happen in the future, what happened in the past, because when we do that, we're exerting energy towards those moments in life, and our energy is no longer ours. We are now like we are giving our energy to these possibilities that don't exist because all we have is the present moment right now. And in letting go of the past and the future, and you just live in the moment, that allows us to call our energy back to us. And what you give energy to, you give life to, you know? So right now it's a matter of redirecting energy, first of all, moving with intention, but intention that is more present focused, intention that does not feed the anxiety, the stress, or the whole thought of I could have done better, or I'm gonna do better, or trying to control what happens in the future by imagining these scenarios in my head that, okay, so tomorrow I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and just, causing that reaction. What is that chemical? And like spiking my cortisol levels for what reason when I could just, you know, be in the present, stay calm about things, and just take life as it comes ultimately. To take life as it comes. And that is quite a lesson to me. This phase, rather this beginning of trusting the process is gonna be a process for me because I've been in survival mode for so long that this is new to me. This is something that requires a ton of practice in order for me to be able to integrate it into my life. And you know what? I'm finding at a point where I'm like, it's time for me to let things flow. It's time for me to let go of control and just go at life with a different approach. You know, being a victim, it's not nice. It's debilitating to me, if I'm being honest. And I cannot stay in that mindset forever. So I'm like, well, something has to change. And nothing changes unless something changes. And while I'm starting with the mind, as I move forward, a lot of these things are gonna have to start manifesting physically. I am gonna have to change my approach to certain things, the way that I do things, and just put myself in a position where I'm set up for success while also going with the flow of life. And I don't know, I can't wait. I would love to see where this takes me. I know that I'm going to learn a lot, so there's definitely a lot of growth in it. It's probably a good thing I don't have a scope to the future because I'd probably want to see, like, oh, wait, what happens next, you know? But yeah, here's to stepping into the unknown. Here's to trusting the process. And here's to growing. That is it for me, you guys. I will see you guys in my next video.